Hi, I'm Sudipto. I am Managing Director at Z47. It's an early stage venture capital fund with over $3 billion in assets under management. We invest in companies at a very early stage, sometimes at the seed, Series A stage of funding when it's only in concept or an idea. Over the last 20 years, we've been fortunate enough to invest in multiple transformative companies in India like Ola, Razorpay, Ola Electric, Off Business, One Car, Kuthran, Captain Fresh at the very early stages. I joined investing as a career director from campus around 9 years back. And I think if you just look at India, today we're a $4 trillion nation. We will be a 10, 20, $30 trillion nation over the next 10 to 15, 20 years. So we will create as much GDP over the next 5 years what we have created since independence. That's the amount of growth that the country will see over the next 5 years. I think that provides an opportunity, beautiful opportunity to invest in companies. And the only way we advance as a nation is if we make investments in the right areas which are critical for country building. Which is why I personally invest in agri-tech and food security, because every country needs to be resilient on food. I invest in manufacturing and infrastructure building because India needs the best roads, railways, bridges. I invest in semiconductors and data centers because we need to have chips built in India for India. I invest in electric vehicles and energy because India needs its own renewable energy and should not depend on the world for oil or gas. And I invest in defense tech because you obviously in this geopolitical situation, you need indigenous defense. So investing is very critical to pushing the country forward, and it's important to focus on industries which are critical to nation building.
How to make a career in investing?
So there are multiple different kinds of investing. What I do is called venture capital, which is early stage investing. There are multiple venture capital funds in India. If you want to do tech investing in early stage companies, you join VC. If you want to do a little bit later stage where companies are mature, you have a business that you can underwrite, then you do private equity. And the final stage is obviously public market investing. When companies post IPO or public companies, you end up investing there. So there are multiple different flavors of doing it. Now, how do you get into investing? Generally, the traditional route of getting into investing is come to a college like Ahmedabad, which gives you a great launch pad. Some people then join investing directly the way I did. The other preferred routes could be to do investment banking. If you want to do private equity, you can do consulting and join at an entry level role. And increasingly for venture capital, you can also join an early stage startup, gain exposure of company building, and then join a VC firm.
See how agriculture is helping to improve India's economy.
How?
Agriculture is helping the government, India to improve economy.
So India today has one of the lowest farm productivities in the world, which has obviously improved over a period of time. What agri-tech companies enable doing are two, three things. First, for the farmers, they ensure with output linkage that all the produce that they're creating gets sold at the right price at the right time, sometimes to domestic customers as well as international customers. A lot of agri-tech companies are actually working on the farm to improve the productivity of the farmers. The companies which are ensuring that you get good agri inputs like good quality seeds and fertilizers, which improves the productivity of the farm. So agri-tech is doing two things: improving how much you can produce in a farm, to creating output linkages through which you can sell it at the fair price, which I think is fundamental to improve the yield that we get from agri in India and for us to be a food surplus nation.
How NABARD like government institutions are helping farmers.
So I think over the last 10 odd years, across agri-tech, all the sectors that I spoke about, right, policy and government push has been a significant pillar on which a lot of these industries are getting built. Specifically on agri, I think support price to farmers, getting the right financing for farmers, ensuring that you get the right seeds and fertilizers, getting right advisory. So I think a combination of all of this is ensuring that farmers obviously produce better yield, get the right inputs, sell at the right price. But as I mentioned before, it's a journey. We are doing much better today than we were doing before, but we have a lot more to do.